I have just finished wrapping a video about the Lego Harry Potter sets that I'd like to see in a modular or sort of play scale fashion. Some of the houses of Harry Potter and buildings that we have yet to see in Lego form. And if you haven't seen that video, go and check that video out after this video. I'll drop the thumbnail on screen. But today I wanted to talk about some of the potential there is in Lego Harry Potter to see diorama style sets. Now, I am a huge fan of the Lego Star Wars diorama sets, and I have them on display just to the side of me, and I'll shove some b-roll on this so you can see all of the wonderful Lego Star Wars diorama sets. And last year in a video I did speak about the potential to see a diorama set for Lego Harry Potter, and I said that one of the sets that I think would lend itself really well to this is basically either of the duels between Harry and Voldemort. You of course got the graveyard set, which they did a couple of years ago, where you've got Harry versus Voldemort in the graveyard. I think that would make itself a really nice diorama. It would be really clean with that black trim that we've seen on different diorama sets for Lego Star Wars. The Marvel set that is just over the camera, over my eyeline there as well, the final duel set, that is a set which has a black trim on it as well, and is of course telling the story of the scene, even though it is a bit more of a play scale set. I do, however, really, as a collector, and I won't be the only person who feels like this as an adult collector, want to see more display style sets, and I think there are a few scenes in Lego Harry Potter that would lend itself to it really nicely. The graveyard scene is of course one. There is of course the opportunity to do a final duel set between Harry and Voldemort as well, and this would be of course outside the castle grounds. One scene that potentially in diorama form could lend itself quite nicely to a diorama from Lego Harry Potter would be the scene with Sirius at the very end of Prisoner of Azkaban, where you've got Sirius on one side of the lake with the Dementors, and you've also got Harry on the sort of cliff edge at the other side of the lake. Now, the plaque for that, of course, would be fairly self-explanatory. You would just have Expecto Patronum, and I think it would look really nice in Lego form. And you could, of course, alter your Harry to have the wand with the blue ray coming out of it, just like I did with the play set that came out 4 or 5 years ago, the Expecto Patronum play set. I did put the blue bit on top of Harry's wand to make it look like he was projecting the Patronus. You could of course use the little Patronus stag that you got in that set as well. So that's kind of what I'm talking about there. That is the potential. Of course, you'd have Harry away from Sirius on that. And then the stag as well. Why change something that isn't broke? How adult that would look in a diorama set, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know how else you would do it. There's not necessarily the need for it to be there. You would just need to show the projection of the Patronus. So just some thoughts that I'm out working on the spot as we sort of go through this video. You could, of course, do the scene between Quirrell and Harry as well. We haven't really seen this in Lego form before, but I think it would make a really nice small diorama display piece. It would be quite easy to do. You would just need to create some ground structure that goes further up those staircases as well. Plenty of candles all the way around. The real trick, of course, would be the Mirror of Erised. We do that as a mirror piece, like we've maybe seen in the Apologies Potion bathroom. We saw some of those mirror pieces, which we saw again in the Burrow as well. Or would you do it so the reflection showed Harry with the Philosopher's Stone in his pocket? Certainly some potential there, but I think it would look really nice as a diorama set. I don't think it necessarily needed to be a play scale set. The final idea is, of course, to do something like the Chamber of Secrets as well, where you'd get Tom and Harry and Ginny on the floor. You'd have Fawkes potentially as well. And the only thing that you really, in my mind, would need to create is the headstone piece, which I'll try and put a photo of over the top of me talking so you can understand what I mean when I say the headstone piece. The piece that is iconic, the piece that you can tell immediately what it is. It's, of course, would be nice if we could could do the entrance to the chamber as well, because I think that lends itself really nicely. It's just a nice looking piece that would look great in a diorama. But realistically, you only need to do the headstone with the snake and with Harry and Tom and potentially Ginny sort of passed out on the floor, as it were. But I think it would make a nice diorama set, which got me to thinking about the idea of doing a diorama for every individual Harry Potter film, and that's basically where the idea for this video came from. And if you'd like to hear a part 2 from me about different potential diorama style scenes for Lego Harry Potter, I basically touched on the first 4 films there, with the graveyard scene, with the Expecto Patronum, with the Chamber of Secrets, and of course the showdown with Quirrell in the Mirror of Erised. I think those are 4 really good scenes that would make really nice diorama pieces for Lego Harry Potter, and there are a couple more moving forward in the final 4 films as well that would make nice scenes. I'll potentially save that for another time. We'll see how popular this video is and how well it does, if people are actually interested in hearing me talk about potential dioramas for Lego Harry Potter. If you watched until this point, it is sincerely appreciated. Do drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and remember to follow or subscribe so you don't miss any of the Lego Harry Potter stuff that's coming on the channel in this space. And of course, drop a comment if there's a scene that you think would lend itself really nicely to a diorama Lego Harry Potter structure, and it might just be inspiration for another video. Thank you so much for watching. It's sincerely appreciated. Have an awesome and a nerdy week, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye.